Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Jimmy Park from Thyroid Eye, who has been here in UNIST for 11 years. Today, I learned a lot from the previous two presenters. I hopefully want to deliver my own experiences as an example in this presentation. Actually, I'm in the business trip to Berlin, but Professor Guan asked me about the introduction of my case for potential BME students. So I believe BME is a great choice for upcoming Change the World. So I have no choice but to join this session. Let me begin the slide. So firstly, it is about basic introduction of myself and the company. So here are I'm currently CEO at the Thyroid Eye, and it's been 11th year at UNIST from 2011 to this year. So I majored in management and computer science engineering, and the master degree is in industrial engineering. My research area was the AI-based abnormality detection, mainly focusing on the abnormality in the biohealth data. Actually, I'm the Earth Cups, the soccer club in Korea, in UNIST, the third generation. I was the best striker in our team. So we won the third prize in the nationwide football tournament in university levels. And I've conducted the UNIST Consulting Associations and conducted the strategic consulting projects for global companies. And currently I'm CEO at the Thyroid Eye. So we've attracted like the 3 VC investments and 4 R&D projects, and won the global grand prize in this healthcare startup competition held by the Ministry of the SMEs in Korea among the 20s. So from here, let me briefly introduce what our company does. So 1 in 8 people in the world suffer from thyroid disease, which can be classified into 2 categories. The first one is thyroid nodule, and the other one is thyroid dysfunctions. So once the thyroid nodule is malignant, we call it the thyroid cancer. And the 1/3 of the thyroid cancer patients has to go through the thyroidectomy, which is resect the thyroid. So they don't have any thyroid hormone in the body. So they take the medication of the thyroid hormones. So which is quite similar to the treatment of the patients with hypothyroidism, 갑상선기능 저하증 and 항진증. So the target group of our solution is the thyroid, 1/3 of the malignant thyroid nodule and the thyroid dysfunction patients. So 90% of the total patients with thyroid dysfunctions are chronic patients who must take the medication for their lifetime. But they are concerned about the side effects of the medications. So once a patient is diagnosed as a hyperthyroidism, they might, while taking medications of hyperthyroidism, they might become hypothyroidism. And this is vice versa for hypothyroidism patients as well. And once the first treatment is successful, the recurrence rate is very high, about 60%. But here, the essential problem of the patients is in the worldwide is they have no alternatives to check the thyroid hormone levels other than taking a blood test by visiting hospitals. So it is difficult for the patients to take actions for abnormal hormone level changes during their the residence in their daily lives. Especially, it is hard to recognize the disease itself in the early stage because of the symptoms are very ordinary. So just like the losing weight, so losing or getting weight, feeling fatigue. And its complications have also diverse symptoms. First one is the Thyroid Eye Disease. The causes the eye muscles to swell, resulting in the double vision or cross-eyed state. In a severe case, they might lose their visions. So as you can see here, it brings about the severe changes in their the functional and the face changes for the patients. So 13% of the patients with the thyroid dysfunction experience this thyroid eye disease, and the number of the patients are about the 50 million patients worldwide. And they, since this disease itself is comes with the hormone, the abnormal changes in the thyroid hormone levels, so they experience the mental illnesses as well. So what we provide is by collecting the biosignal data from the wearable devices, we especially make our solutions to be compatible with the commercialized versions like the Apple Watch, Fitbit, or Galaxy Watch. So from these wearable devices, we collect the biosignal data as well as the personal health data. We provide these 5 solutions, and the upper 2 functionalities are classified as the medical devices, the class 2 or 3. So we are currently going through the approval procedures from the US FDA and Korean FDA. This is our core technology, which is to predict thyroid hormone levels based on the collected data and monitor the disease risk level of the patients. So as you can see here, currently the patients in the world do not know their disease status between the regular periodic checkup. So what we do is by predicting their thyroid hormone levels in daily life and monitor the disease risk levels. So when they experience the abnormal changes in their thyroid hormone levels, we alarm them to visit hospitals. Currently, it takes more than a half day to check the blood test results in university level hospitals, but with our solutions, they can know their disease status by just wearing a wearable devices. And this is another solution of ours, which is about the monitoring the thyroid eye disease. So currently, the problem of the patient is they are experiencing difficulty in judging symptoms objectively. Since the symptoms of this disease is the eyes muscles to swell. 눈이 이제 돌출되는 병인데 so it is difficult for the patients to judge the main symptoms objectively. So whether it is gets severe or worsened or not. And another one is the thyroid dysfunction itself is treated in the endocrinology. 내과에서 다뤄지는데 the thyroid eye disease, which is the complication of the thyroid dysfunction, is treated in the ophthalmology. 안과에서 다뤄지는 이제 합병증이라서 이제 진단하기 어렵다라는 부분입니다. So what we do is by taking picture of the patients with their smartphone, we analyze their eye parts and provide diagnosis of their thyroid eye disease. So the features of this disease is it is very important to take the early diagnosis since otherwise the disease, the worsened symptoms of the disease will remain permanently. So that's why the early diagnosis is important. So that's why we provide this kind of solutions to the patients. This is like the basic, overall overview of our development timeline, and this is we are currently conducting diverse research activities, not only in Korea but also in America, which is one of the most prestigious associations regarding the thyroidology. So this is the until now I briefly introduced the who I am and what our company does. And from now on, let me share an essential problem as an undergraduate student when I was in your age, like 11 years ago. So for me, when I became 20s, okay, I'm a grown man to be responsible for my decision in life. So the first question to me was, what job should I choose to be happy for my life? So at that time, I wished to have a job which earns enough money and comes with the happiness from the doing that job. So as we know, the Steve Jobs, he told us like, if today were the last day of your life, would you want to do what you are about to do today? Like, you're an adult, do what you want, man. But these are truly inspiring and desirable words. But I don't get what I want to do. That's my essential questions during the undergraduate students. So what I did was, so let's try what I like to do one by one. Since at that time, every job, the industry looks very attractive. So I tried one by one. The first one was fashion industry. So I like fashionable people, so I tried it. But I realized that I'm not really good at the fashion things. So I moved up to the next one, which is the education. Since while I was during the undergraduate students, I actually conducted a lot of the private tutoring for the students, high school or the middle school students. So I'm good at private tutoring since the score increased a lot. So I decided to participate in the education structures in Korea, and I participated in the competitions to suggest this kind of the education structures. But I realized that not truly fitted to the education and the system design. And last thing was I conducted investment. So I especially the stock investments. And firstly, I earned like the 250% profits at the beginning. So due to the Brexit at that time, 2016 or 15, so I closed it with the minus 50%. So I believe this is not my area, since others earn 200% by quick selling. So through this kind of trials and errors, what I learned was I was able to eliminate what I do not want to do when I experience that job in reality. So I believe the importance of the trials and errors when I in the undergraduate students. So the next thing that I did was the UCA, University Consulting Association, and there are like diverse opportunities indeed in UNIST to experience hands-on business, like internships at the startups and business consulting projects, and diverse global programs with the UC Berkeley and the other good places. For me, UNIST Consulting Association, UCA, was a special experience. Through the UCA, I had a chance to conduct strategic business consulting projects with companies' C-level officers at the time from all over the world, including the United States, Sweden, China, and Korea. So thanks to this program run by the UNIST, I have a chance to visit these diverse places and meet diverse people, students from all over the world. So major clients were the Innovation Center Director at the John Deere on the how blockchain can innovate agribusiness, while Bitcoin hitting the first highest peak at that time. It was like 2018. So what I felt at that time was I really like the excited, because it feels like standing at the forefront of the innovation. Everybody's talk about the Bitcoin. So standing at the forefront of the innovation, understanding the technology, and contemplating and imagining how the innovative changes would look like. And I deliver it to the client. So it was quite interesting for me. So I believe it was a truly invaluable experience of learning to imagine what the novel technology would bring about to the world. This is like the summary of the conclusion of the presentations. Finally, as a result, I chose to work for the new area, which is not discovered yet. Which then brought me to Thyroid, this company. So before closing the presentation, I want to provide 2 tips as a summary. First one is I hopefully want you to experience trials and errors through diverse competitions, both in Korea and other countries. So you have a diverse chance, and you can apply for a diverse competitions and programs. You have you have like the invaluable time in your age, which can use for to know which can be used to know what you like or what you don't like by experience this kind of trials and errors. Now another one is which is quite similar to the Dong-Yong Lee, previous presenter. I want you to ask for diverse advices from diverse professors in UNIST, since they are very young and strong and very smart. I hope you to visit. I will hope you do not hesitate to visit professors. They will welcome you and provide diverse comments and advices for you to choose to provide like more diverse chances for you. And this is all about the presentation I prepared for today. Thank you.